So here are my thoughts and opinion of Pillars of Eternity. Played the beginning, pretty much the intro, and I'm in the first kind of dungeon that you can go in. This is kind of just a side quest. I'm just leveling my guys, but to me it plays a lot like Neverwinter Nights, which Obsidian had a hand in that, or at least I know it had a hand in KOTOR. But I believe it was Neverwinter Nights also that group did stuff. I know they did Baldur's Gate, but yeah, it plays old school. It looks good. It's not. It looks good, but Neverwinter Nights 2 looked really good also. So the only other thing is that this was a Kickstarter game, and I guess it didn't have a big budget, but it doesn't look bad. And like what they kind of just throw together in graphics, they make up for with just being smart and doing different things that I've never seen in games. Like the story, there's a lot of reading. There's some voice acting, which is good, but not a whole lot. It's like voice acting for the main plots, but everything else you're going to be reading a lot, and that's okay. And the story is really good. And if you take the time to read everything, you get really engrossed into it. I got one of the characters I can level up now. Just take a look at that. This guy's a side character. You get your stealth, athletics, lore, mechanics, survival, kind of like the main stats that you see in every game. But this guy's more of a warrior type. Keep us put into survival and into athletics. And yeah, mechanics, lore. I mean, I don't know, stealth is kind of cool, but I'm just going to save that point. Different stances. This guy's more going to be a tank. I've already kind of figured that out. So yeah, we're going to keep him tanking. And there is, just like most games, or most RPGs, not every level you're going to get to do a lot. Like this level's kind of like, I don't know, the odd level where you just get to put a little bit into your stats. And then like on the even level, you can put out more talents and do other things. What I like about the game, again, the story is pretty good. There's a lot of side quests that are a lot of fun. Just what you can do with your party. What me and another buddy were talking the other day about how Dragon Age was really fun, but Dragon Age Inquisition, though it's really fun and looks really good, they dumbed the whole game down. The talent tree is really just it's too easy to do. There's no stats. You don't put it into stats. So there's not much customization. All there is just putting points here and there into 5 different trees, and you can make a hybrid. That's for Dragon Age. For this, you put in the stats. You just do everything. You make your character. And that gives you a real feeling that this is your character. One thing I like is if you go to the end, this is something that I just discovered, if you go to the end, you can hire recruits. In most games you do that and they're pre-made characters, or they're just cannon fodder. In this game, you can either pay a little bit of money and you'll get a level 1 recruit, and the level 1 recruit is just like you're starting the game. You go to the screen where you do everything to customize your main character. You get to customize this added character. And so that's pretty cool too, because then you can add certain roles that you wanted to play but you didn't play. So I made a wizard because I was like, I'd never play wizard, so let me try wizard. But stuff that I like doing, I like playing ranger in most of these games. So now I can make a ranger and just have it as my backup adventurer. And you can either pay a lot of gold and it will raise it to the extra companion will be your level, or like I said, you can pay almost nothing and get a level 1 companion and level it up, try to keep it alive. So I like that idea, and I've never seen that in any game. So that's pretty cool because it makes you enjoy jumping back in and customizing, and then you have a feel for the extra characters that you bring on board aside from the ones that you meet as side characters. But everything else plays like Neverwinter Nights.
Yes.
You got your spell trees that you go in order. This guy's also a caster, same thing, and the spells are a lot the same. Are a lot like magic missiles. A lot of the touch spells, AOE spells. I know for this guy, he's got spider webs on the ground, just like Entangle from Neverwinter. And then your warriors, same kind of stuff. You got knockdown.
Huh?
So I imagine, though I don't play Dungeons and Dragons, that all these things come from Dungeons and Dragons. The different things that you do, like the I don't know, the whatever it's called, the dice game. But yeah. Other than that, it's good. I'll try to show some combat.
What is it?
Don't judge me too harsh, my guys. You have to have campfires for them to sleep and re-heal, and also it restocks their stuff. It's kind of like resting, but they don't just automatically let you rest. They make you have to find things to make a campfire. And your characters can fatigue during battle, so you can't do these long drawn out battles, which is kind of cool. You put into athletics to get their fatigue to go down, or to stay up, so you can fight longer.
A blade in the dark.
And I like stealth mode. Stealth mode's it's like the first time I've believed that a game has done stealth mode correctly. Where you can come in. Oh, see, I rushed into that door a little bit too quick. But in stealth mode, you can creep up to the enemies and you can figure out what you're going to do to them and then start the fight. Which here we see. I'm pretty much going to get my butt handed to me. Because I fought one of these guys and it took a good chunk of my stuff. And my casters, they don't have any don't have any spells right now that they can do, so it's going to be pretty bad. So I'm just going to have all my guys focus fire and see if we can survive.
Curses!
But when you have your spells and stuff, it's fun because you can pause combat just like in most of them. Pull your casters back, do what spells you want to assist your tanks. And it's a lot of fun. But overall, this game looks good, brings in some new elements. It's an old school RPG. The story is real good. So if you're just an old school RPG player, like, and you love Neverwinter and stuff, Baldur's Gate, stuff like that, this is definitely a good game to get. I think it's only $40. And I say only that. I feel like for a Kickstarter game, maybe that should have been $25, $30 at most. Since in theory, Kickstarter people have already funded your project, but I don't know. I just push the buttons.